In all my years of teaching, I have found one thing that students most want to learn, and it's the same thing that students most struggle with. That, my friends, is the magic ring. Today, I'm going to test out a tool that claims to help you make the magic ring effortless. Let's find out. Welcome to Bla Bla Black Sheep, a weekly yarny podcast where I, Sarah Korth of SEK Handmade, answer your yarny questions. Welcome. I am so glad you are here. Today, I'm showing off my Hatcher cowl. You guys, I'm obsessed with this yarn and this collection. It is so fun. For this simple, more traditional and short and wider cowl, I'm just gonna throw it over my head. I'm going to fold under that bottom ribbing there so that it provides an extra structure to the cowl and really shows off the texture of the body of the cowl and the ribbing on top. This stunning and fantastic yarn is by the lovely Sadie of Rose and Roses Fiber. This was a collaboration between the two of us. I absolutely love this yarn. I will link to the pattern and the yarn down in the show notes below, as well as my introduction video where I just tell you all the things you need to know about this yarn. It's wonderful. All right, let's dive right into our question. Hi, I am newish to crochet. And the one thing I would really like to make are all of those cute little stuffed animals. The trouble is, all of them seem to start off with the magic ring, and I just cannot master it. Any tips? Yes, absolutely. I find that a lot of people are lured into crochet by all of the cute little amigurumis, and many of them do start with a magic ring, and that can be a real challenge for people who are starting off with their crochet journey. So after my last Learn to Crochet class was literally packed with people who wanted to do amigurumi, I went out searching to see if there were any tools to help them get started with the magic ring. And this is what I found. This is the KelliDream Magic Circle tool. I took it out of its shipping packaging, but I have not even opened this box. We're gonna dive in today, sight unseen, never tried it, to see if this works. All right, so this is the KelliDream Magic Circle tool. Have not taken it out of the box. We're gonna look at this together. So inside the box are instructions that I'm gonna try to follow. And then the tool, I of course picked teal. It comes in, I think, teal, purple, and like a lime green, I think. All right, so one side of the tool has the logo. I have to say I appreciate this because I have gotten some tools and whatnot that don't have what they are on them. And then when I've gone back to purchase in the future, I can't figure out what they are, which is a challenge. So brand your things, people. And then on the other side, there's like a cutout, which you'll see what that's for in a minute. One end has a little slit in it. Actually, oh, I take that back. Both ends have a little slit in it. And they appear to be, this one comes to about here, and this one comes to about there. So they appear to be about the same size. So let's take a look at the directions. Oh my goodness, these are very thorough instructions. Now, I don't want to give these to you to read because you need to purchase the product if you want to do this. But I'm gonna walk through the instructions and see if I can figure this out. All right, on those instructions, they also have instructions for left-handed and right-handed people, which I think is super helpful. I love seeing left-handed crocheters included. So I grabbed out 2 scraps of yarn. I have a worsted weight yarn and a bulky weight yarn. The bulky weight is definitely on a heavier side too. So I'm gonna pick out a couple hooks to go with them and let's give it a try. All right, for my worsted weight yarn, I'm going to use an H hook, and for my bulky weight yarn, I'm going to use a J. So that's a 6mm and a 5mm hook. I'm going to go ahead and start with my bulky weight yarn because I think heavier yarn is a little easier to work with. So following the instructions, you guys, these are incredibly thorough. I have to say the one thing that is like a caveat to me trying this out is that I'm incredibly experienced with the magic ring or the magic circle, and so I kind of already know what I'm doing. Which if you were a brand new beginner, you wouldn't. But I'm going to try to give you my best impression as to how helpful this would be if you were brand new. So the first thing you do is open up this little slit and slide the end of your yarn into it. Oh, I have to say that was easier than I thought it would be. I was a little worried with my bulky yarn that was going to be tough to do. It holds it really securely, which I think is fantastic because I think one of the hardest things about working a magic ring is that it's a lot to hold on to as you're going along. So it says to turn it sideways and wrap it around the tool. Then wrap again and pull it back and grab it with your finger. Then turn up so that that little cutout is facing you. You're going to reach under your first loop, grab your second loop, twist up. This is very tight, is my first impression there, but as I loosen that, I can just tension my yarn how I normally would, and then that's loosening up. So with a magic ring, you're going to chain one, and then they encourage you to leave this on the tool as you begin to work here and reach under through the little cutout. I will say it's a little hard to grab. Let's see how my hook pushes against that. Maybe if I turn, it's a little hard to grab my working yarn and pull it under. I can see though why for beginners having this tool hold your magic ring instead of trying to finagle it around your fingers could be really helpful. So that might be a small hurdle in comparison to holding everything by yourself. Now I'm starting to turn, and as I turn, I'm starting to kind of pull on my tail here. I'm going to go ahead and loosen that tail and see if I can just keep going around my magic ring while it's still on the tool. So I'm going to reach underneath, pull up a loop, complete a single crochet. I'm just doing single crochets. Oh, you know what? Actually, that is working a lot easier. So if I reach under, now that I have this holding the tool vertical instead of horizontal, I can kind of grab across and work my stitches. And then I can just keep scooting my ring around, grabbing my yarn and pulling through. This is working much faster holding it vertical like this. So then let's say this is my last stitch. I've done whatever correct number I'm supposed to do. I'm going to slide the tool out from my magic ring, grab my tail, and tighten it. I gotta say, I think it worked really well. Let's try it with the worsted weight yarn. All right, so place my tail. I'm going to hold it here and just kind of squeeze it down in there. Wrap it around and then back towards the top. I've got my 2 loops there. I go under the first loop, grab the back loop. Again, this feels really tight. I'm going to loosen that and just tension it with my fingers. Chain 1. Let's do some more single crochets. Let's go ahead and just right away turn to the side. Oh yeah, I'm finding that so much easier. Again, I think once you get a few stitches around your ring, you can drop that off and go ahead and just work as many stitches around your magic ring as you need, and as you work it just slides. I mean, you don't want to go too far because you don't want to spread your stitches out a bunch, But yeah, oh yeah, holding this horizontally is making all the difference in the world for me. And then slide it off. I have no idea how many stitches I put on there. Grab my tail, tighten it up, and there you go. I've got a nice little circle. All right, final thoughts. I think it works, and I think it works really well. I am excited to take this to some of my Learn to Crochet classes and let people who really want to do amigurumi and are struggling with the magic ring give this a try and see if it helps. But honestly, I think it really could be super helpful to people who struggle making a magic ring. So there you go. I hope you found that little product review helpful. Go ahead and check out the show notes below for links to purchase. Let's talk small businesses. Guys, I have some tried and true favorites here with me today. I am drinking coffee from my Cheeky Ceramics Halloween mug. You know I love Rin. You know I love a good cheeky mug. Even if you aren't looking for a holiday specific mug, I highly recommend her. Shop now, put it away for the holidays, and you'll get a gift you want, and it'll be a surprise. For my earrings, I am wearing a classic and a favorite, this little like wobbly hoop earring. It's a classic. It goes with everything. It's by the marvelous Adrienne of Mandrel Works Jewelry. She has really stunning durable stuff. I wear these like multiple days a week and they still look brand new. Let's do some quick announcements. Guys, the Crochet Cancer Challenge is still going on, so make sure you're following Christine so that you're not missing out on any of the marvelous hats. This year's crop is really stunning, and I know you're going to find some hats that you love, and it's a great way to crochet for charity. Clue number 3 for the mystery crochet along was released yesterday. I'm so excited. That means we are officially over the halfway mark. Even if you haven't joined in yet though, these last couple clues especially, lickety split, they work up so fast. So you could dive in now and still end with a finished shawl at the end of October. I'll have links to all of the things in the show notes below, so go ahead and check those out and join in on those 2 events. I also want to give you a little heads up. One of my favorite Bla Bla Black Sheeps of the year are coming up. It's actually a set of 2, and that is my gift guide. So if you are not sure what to ask for holiday gifts this year or even upcoming birthdays, this is a great opportunity. I have some really neat tools and gift items that are really special for crafters and especially crocheters. I'll do 2 episodes, one with small, inexpensive gifts and another one with a little bit like pricier, like full gifts. So we're going like kind of stocking stuffer and main gift energy. Hey, I just wanted to say officially, thank you for your patience when I missed last week. I had a little accident. I fell and I hit my chin, and it was in a very sad state last week. So I decided to just give myself a break and take a week off. I'm back and running though. I cannot believe how fast it has healed. If you want all the gory details about my injury, if you're one of those people, that's totally me. Go ahead and send me a message. It's a little bit of a tummy turning tale, so I'm not gonna share it here, but I do really appreciate your patience and coming back this week to see what I'm up to. Barring any more accidents, we'll be back together next week. I hope to see you then. Have a great week and happy crafting.